You ever meet someone who seems to understand you instantly? They look you in the eyes, and it's like they can see through your defenses. You tell them things you've never told anyone, and they listen. Not just hear you, they feel you. That's the moment it begins. Because not all empathy is kind. Some empathy is predatory. Let me explain why. They call them dark empaths, a rare mix of emotional intelligence and manipulation. They can sense your pain, your insecurities, your silent hopes with chilling precision. But instead of using that insight to comfort you, they use it to control you. See, a narcissist is easy to spot, arrogant, obvious, loud. But a dark empath? They wear empathy like a mask. They smile while studying you. They care, just enough to make you believe you matter. Then they twist it. Here's the psychology behind it. Empathy has two sides, cognitive and emotional. Most people use both together. They feel what you feel and understand why. But the dark empath separates them. They understand emotion, but they don't feel it the way you do. They read it like data. They map your emotions, your reactions, your fears, like a hunter watching prey. That's not love. That's control. Imagine this. You're in a relationship with someone who seems perfect. They know what to say when you're hurting. They finish your sentences. They mirror your energy. You think, finally, someone gets me. But slowly, the warmth fades. They start to pull back, not enough to leave, just enough to confuse you. One moment, they're deeply present. The next, cold, distant, indifferent. And you start chasing that version of them who used to care. They created the illusion of emotional safety, only to take it away. That's the trap. They condition you to crave their empathy. It's not random, it's psychology. Dark empaths often come from chaos. They've lived through emotional storms. They've learned to read people because at some point they had to. But instead of healing, they weaponized understanding. They realized something terrifying. If you can feel what others feel, but remain detached, you can control everything. They become masters of subtle manipulation, not through force, but through emotion. A raised eyebrow, a silent sigh, a compliment that feels just a little too perfect, and a silence that makes you question your worth. You start bending your behavior to please them, just to get that warmth back. Let's take an example. A woman meets a man who's attentive, kind, emotionally aware. He remembers details, her childhood memories, her scars, her favorite song. She falls for his depth. But one day, after a small argument, he says nothing. He just looks at her with quiet disappointment. No anger, no shouting, just silence. And it cuts deeper than any insult could, because he knows how much silence hurts her. She told him once, during one of those late-night heart-to-hearts. He stores that information, and now he uses it. That's the hallmark of a dark empath. Precision. Every reaction is calculated. Every gesture has purpose. They don't need to raise their voice. Their control is subtle, surgical. Here's the truth. Dark empaths aren't evil in the cartoonish sense. They're dangerous because they're human, deeply human, but fractured. They understand pain too well, yet they've built walls of logic around it. So when they hurt you, they know exactly how deep the wound goes, and exactly how to make you blame yourself for it. They will make you question your memory, your emotions, your sanity, not by denying your reality, but by reframing it. You'll hear phrases like, "I only said that because I care," or "You're too sensitive," or "I just understand you better than you understand yourself." And at first it sounds like love, until you realize love doesn't confuse you. Love doesn't make you feel small. Love doesn't drain your confidence slowly, silently, until you barely recognize yourself. That's not love. That's possession disguised as empathy. But there's something even darker. They're not just manipulating you. They're feeding off the validation of being the good person. They need to be seen as kind, intelligent, emotionally evolved. So even when they destroy you, they do it gracefully. They leave with phrases like, "I hope you heal," or "You deserve peace," as if they weren't the storm. It's a performance, a psychological theater where they play both the savior and the villain. So how do you stop a dark empath? You don't fight their emotion with more emotion. You take away what they need most, your reaction. They can't manipulate silence they don't control. They can't twist emotions you refuse to display. Your calm is their confusion. Your indifference is their defeat. Because the moment you stop explaining yourself, they lose power. Here's the ultimate truth. The dark empath wins only when you keep proving your worth, when you keep trying to make them see your side. But you don't need to prove yourself to someone who already knows your soul and still chooses to hurt it. So stop trying to heal people who enjoy watching you bleed. Stop mistaking understanding for love, and stop calling manipulation connection. Some people don't want to love you. They just want to understand you enough to own you. Remember this: the most dangerous people aren't the ones who don't feel at all. They're the ones who feel everything and still choose to hurt you anyway.